Yo, what is up, guys? So if you're clicking on this video and you think it's gonna be Mustang content, unfortunately this is not the video for you then. It's not gonna be about Mustangs. I really wanted to sit down and talk about some of the milestones that we've hit. And today, the time that this video is going up, we should now be hitting 100,000 views, which is just super, super cool. You guys have seen my videos before. You know I'm real up and energetic and all that stuff. So today I just wanted to kind of slow it down a little bit and just kind of reflect, man. I mean, it has been a crazy, crazy few months. For those that don't know, we've surpassed that 1,000 subscriber mark. We are 2 away from 1,200. I mean, it is moving fast. Guys, the channel's grown 20% in the past 2 weeks, which is like, it leaves me speechless. It's really, and I'm not gonna cut this. I'm gonna leave this as raw. If I stutter, if I mess up, you guys are here, you get a laugh out of that and all that fun stuff. But man, oh, and there's the dog. Come on, come on. Hey, you're ruining my video, Pumpkin. But yeah, guys, seriously, this video is just to kind of talk to you guys about what's going on and just really a thank you. I mean, without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. And you know, a lot of people do YouTube for the money. I'm not in it for the money. Now, of course, will it be super cool to do what I love and make money from it? Of course, like who wouldn't want to do that? But that's not really my whole thing. So for those that don't know, we're gonna go down my history path, and we're gonna do like a whole video talking about how I kind of got to this point. But I'll give you guys like the rough bullet points here. You guys probably see a bunch of like flags behind me called Eminence. That's a brand I started in 2018. It's a car team / automotive brand. I started that in 2018. I've been doing that for, man, over 4 years now. That was like the first real business that I ever started, and that has been seriously wonderful. I'll still do that to this day. I do like monthly merch drops. Haven't done anything this year, but yeah, no, that thing was awesome. Also, for those of you guys that are here, a lot of you have seen me from my automotive photography videos. That's another business that I still do. Really not too much anymore, but on the side sometimes. I travel the country doing automotive photography, whether it be like private collections or just individuals wanting pictures of their cars. Got to travel the country doing that stuff, and that's really, really cool. So it's kind of a culmination of all these little things that brought me into YouTube. I always wanted to do YouTube, but it's such like a daunting process because I feel like a lot of people think, oh, you make a few videos and you get money. It's like, no, you got to put so much time and effort into it. I mean, guys, I'm still not monetized. I'm close. Hopefully by the end of next month, you know, that'll be sweet. But even then, it's not going to be much whatsoever. And that's totally fine. Like I said, I'm not into it for that. But there's like this stigma that you could just get into it real quick and boom, you're making a ton of money. It's like, no, not quite. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna fill you in on some stuff. So a lot of you guys have been subscribed for a while, and we also have a lot of new subscribers. A lot of you new guys haven't seen my other car that I've owned now for over 2 years. It is my 2003 Cobra. Only reason I haven't been posting videos about it is because A, I don't drive it, and B, that video or that car doesn't do really good on content, whereas the 05 does really, really good, my V6. Now, some of you guys are probably scratching your head like, Evan, why are you not posting a Terminator and you're only posting the V6? And it's just a lot of people own the V6. I think a lot more people are searching for that vehicle, and so it pops up a lot more. And my videos, whenever I do a video with that car, for the most part, it pops off pretty good. I mean, my engagement versus like subscriber ratio is pretty gnarly, and that's because of you guys. I mean, it's amazing how when I ask for you guys to like the video, you guys like the video, and it's something so simple, and that for you guys that don't do YouTube, you might not understand, but seriously, clicking that like button just drastically changes like the outcome of how that video will get shown to other audiences. And because you guys crush those likes, if you go back and look at like my past 10 videos, there's been 2 or 3, maybe even 4 videos that have popped off, and that's because you guys liked it. Comments help a ton, and of course watching till the end. But I know some of the videos, they might be a little bit repetitive for you guys that have been around for a long time. But the reason I've been doing it the way I have been doing it is because if I keep doing those videos that might be slightly boring or repetitive, it's gaining the channel a lot of traction, because the cooler or the more subscribers, the more views, things I can get, the more stuff I can do that's cool. And I know I've been talking to you guys forever about trying to get a build, and guys, I am trying so hard. Between you and me, if you made it this far, you guys know right now I'm working 2 jobs. So I'm a photographer for a car company, and then I also am a marketing manager in the mornings. So I work 11-hour days every single day besides Saturdays and Sundays, but even Saturdays, sometimes I go into work. Well, I'm working on a new deal where I'll have less hours. So that'll be really, really nice just to have one job with a good income, and it gives me more time to pursue, you know, this YouTube gig, because realistically, guys, I want this to be full-time, and I know it will be. I think the thing I have, the edge that I get, is that I can sit here and talk. You know, a lot of people, it's like they're looking at their phones, they're looking at their notes, they're having to do different things. They have to cut the video a million times, whereas I don't know, I just have that super bubbly personality where I can sit here and just go back and forth. That's why I think when it comes to like streaming, not that I'd ever do that, even though I am a gamer. I tried out some gaming content a little bit earlier on in the channel. It was a little iffy, but I mean, we only had like 600 subs at that time. But I don't know, I just love sitting here and interacting with you guys. I do want to try some live streams where I can like answer questions, or like we could go out for like a car ride and you guys can tell me stuff you want me to try or whatever. I don't know, I think that'd be super cool. But as you guys can tell, this video is kind of going all over the place, but that's what it's meant to, because I feel like I owe you guys, you know, some explanations. But back onto the build, looking heavily, like really heavily. So if you made it this far, I'm gonna tell you guys what I've been looking at. C5 Corvette, not a Z06 because I don't care. This next car, it's going to be, like I said, probably my most extensive build to date, meaning I'm going to do a lot. Like nothing's going to be stock on the cars. So I don't need a Z06 to start off with, because that's one of those cars that's like full bolt-ons, keep it the way it is and enjoy it. So C5, SN95 GT. I want a 94 or 95. I want the 5.0. I know the 2 valve makes more power, whatever. But I don't know, something about those 5.0s with a good old, you know, B303 cam, baby. So I've been looking at those, but those are hard to find. I mean, in somewhat decent condition. Obviously, I'm not looking for an immaculate one because the whole car is going to get repainted, shaved engine bay, the whole thing. I mean, it's going to be a big project. So I've been looking at those, looking at Trailblazer SS's, because guys, I am 26. My wife, she's 25, going on 26 here soon. We're getting to that point in life where it's like, okay, the income's there. Like we kind of want to start a family sooner than later. So in the coming years, that's a very strong likelihood. So having a Terminator and then another Mustang and then a Corvette, not exactly ideal transportation for a kid. But so been thinking about a Trailblazer SS, but I realized that they get 13 miles per gallon. And you all know gas prices at the time this video is going up. Oh my goodness, that would put me in like bankruptcy. Other cars, probably the one that's most likely, if this job pans out, which it's looking like in a 2-week time frame, hopefully we can lock it in. So if you're watching this, my buddy, let's get her done, because the guy I'm working with on this, he sometimes watches these videos. That'd be pretty neat if he watches it. But if we get that locked in, I think we're gonna go for my other like realistic dream car. So for those who don't know, the 0304 Cobra was always my dream car. Always wanted a black coupe and got one in August of 2020, and that car is an absolute dream. Only put 400 miles on it in 2 years just because of how much I've been working. And before I got these new jobs, for any of those that don't know, the 0304 Cobras are extremely expensive to fix just about anything on those cars, and they're notorious for little things breaking here and there. So I didn't want to drive it, break it, and then let it sit. So right now it's perfect and it sits, which is silly. I need to drive it more. I mean, summer's already on its way out and I've driven it twice this year. So yell at me in the comments. I need to go out and do that. But the car that I think is likely to happen, it's going to be a 1314 5.0. That's always been my favorite body style ever since I can remember. You know, ever getting into cars, I wanted a white. I mean, I'll take any color. I love Kona blue, white, black. I don't know if I really want another black car, especially because they sit outside. So they get, you guys know, if you own a black car, you understand the struggles. But I will take just about any color besides silver. I don't really want silver. 1314 5.0. It's going to be a 6R80 car, because the car will get boosted down the road. Now, I know some of you guys are thinking in your mind, oh my God, DBP Jr. And it's like, no. Like, yes, he has whatever, Lucifer, whatever he calls it. I had a Cobra first, so he technically copied me. Just kidding. But I do really, I've always loved that body style. They look so good. And I think with simple mods, I mean, you guys have seen how I've done my 05. Just imagine what I do to a 1314, you know, 5.0. So that's really where I'm at. And there is one local, but guys, the prices on these things have just gone astronomical. It's a 14 GTCS, so California Special, fully optioned, beautiful car. 35,000 miles, and they're asking 34. I'm like, whew, that stings a little bit. That burns. I mean, 34 for a car that's almost 10 years old. So yeah, I'm really looking for a good deal. For those that don't know, I get the best deals on stuff. I got the cheapest clean title 0304 Cobra with under 100,000 miles. I paid less than GT prices for my 0304 Cobra. So I'm gonna try to do a similar thing with the GT, the 13 or 14, if that is totally the route that I do go down. Now I have to address the elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about myself. If I get the 1314, realistically, one of those cars is probably gonna have to go because the Cobra already sits enough. If I get a 13 or 14, because that's gonna be my daily, but we're gonna make that thing ben nice. I can't have two cars sitting around, and it's really difficult because I'm really pursuing this YouTube thing like heavily. Like I'm really invested, and I was watching a video and I forgot who was talking about it, but they were saying like, I think it was Alejandro or Alex, YDBT, and he's like, cars are an investment for the channel. Like you kind of have to move things around to make it work. And you know, I love the 05, that was my first car I ever bought, and I love the Cobra, but I'm gonna have to make a sacrifice here or there because you guys wanna see content. That's how I'm gonna grow. So if I just have a car that sits all the time, it doesn't make sense. Now, I haven't made up my mind which car would go. I am leaning a little one way, but we're gonna have to see, and that's gonna be a whole video because I don't know, you know, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it looks like, the market might be different. Maybe I don't have to. Now, it doesn't come down to funds. So I know some people are gonna be like, well, Evan, don't get rid of a car because of money. It's not about the money, guys. It's really not. It's very difficult to have, you know, tens of thousands of dollars tied up in vehicles that just sit. So like my Cobra right now, I could probably double my money. So it's hard to say, but yeah, guys, I mean, I can't thank you enough, and I can ramble on for the next hour, but you guys don't want to hear that. There's probably only like 1 or 2 of you that have made it this far. So if you did, now you know what vehicles I'm looking at. And there was a few other like oddballs thrown in there in terms of cars, like a WK1 SRT8 Jeep, but those things are, God, they're like in the 20s still with like 100,000 miles. I'm like, I'd rather just get a Coyote for that price. But let me know in the comments what other vehicles you guys would like to see. I'm trying to keep it like 30,000 and under because anything above that is just like, oh man, I don't really want to take on a payment that's, you know, over like $500 a month. It wouldn't make sense with all the vehicles I got now. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. At the time of watching this, we should be, like I said, hitting that 100,000 views, and surpassing 1,000 subs was kind of my realization. Like, guys, I'm onto something, you know. That just tells me we're on the right track. There is an audience for me, which is super, super cool because unlike a lot of people, you know, in the automotive scene, what they do is they go out to car meets, they interact with a lot, and they network a lot. For me, I've always done that in my other businesses, but for this one solely, I wanted you guys invested in me. I didn't want outside parties playing a role in like what you watch, who you like. For example, like I do like you guys have seen cinematography videos, and I enjoy doing those, but I never wanted my channel to be known for that because the problem is, and you guys have seen this on like other huge channels, people that do those, if they post a video that's not like a super cool after movie or whatnot, it gets terrible views, terrible reception. So I want to do the opposite. I want people, like all you guys that are watching this far, y'all are some absolute G's. Leave a comment down below. Oh, what's the word we can do? Do Coyote. If you made it this far in the video, comment Coyote, and y'all are some real ones if you made it this far. But yeah, that's kind of the backstory on why I've done it this way. It's repetitive for some videos, I know, but I wanted you guys to be invested in me and not always invested in whatever the content is, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna wrap this video up here because I'm getting phone calls up the butt. Oh, that came out way wrong. I'm leaving it in there. I told you guys, we don't do cuts here, very rarely, so we're gonna run with it. But nonetheless, I love you guys. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like button. Helps your boy out a ton. I know this video's not gonna get a ton of views because it's not the usual, but we got some cool stuff coming up, got some content. We're cooking it up, you know, but nonetheless, love you guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you all in the next upload. And thank you for 100,000 views and 1,000 subscribers. Peace out, guys.